Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere and hopeful elect, you brothers out there prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine about the times we're in the heredity for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is Kodash Payam, real quick. I got an article and a scripture, and as you can see, restaurant business technology, Chipotle, now accepts cryptocurrency as payment. Right? It says the burrito chain is partnering with payment network Flexa to make it happen, becoming possibly the largest restaurant chain in the U.S. to take digital currency June 1st, 2022. And they're going to have more and more different big franchise companies do deals with tech companies merging for digital currencies. And here it is, hyperinflation is coming, high payments for this, high payments for that, gas, food, shortages here of employees. So this is the blueprint of having that digital currency become global, right? And doing away with fiat, you know what I mean? And this is that image being set, which will lead to what? Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And we know that Whole Foods, the markets, they're cashless, right? Calling it contactless payments. We got Amazon, doing deals with them with all that. So yeah, man, I mean, all these different trains, like subways, like MTA, where they're going onto OmniPay, right, where you won't use Metro cards no more. You could use, and everybody got a phone, right? But soon it's gonna be to where you could lose your phone. That's like over there in LA. Now they coming up with digital license, right, rather than a card, because you could use your bank card. You could lose these things, your wallet pay. You got Carbon Pay or Blueprint rather, which we're the Carbon. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read between the lines in certain things, but we're seeing the blueprint, which is the point of the beast system being set up for that one world currency, which is going to be a digital device inserted in you, right? That's why people, but all this is psychological first. It's going to happen psychologically first, mentally and spiritually, before it happens full throttle physically, with what? Full force, to have full control. This is why all these executive orders has been passed, which the video you see on the bottom right corner, Apostle Ramla was going into these different executive orders of what the bills they could pass to have control of certain things in life via the necessities and the commodities, and that leads to Sustainable Development Plan, 2030. But nevertheless, I hope they don't flag this lesson. I just want to bring this one scripture out in Job chapter 5 verse 12. It says he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, right? These are crafty devices, and using the plan to the scheme-demic, right, as a scapegoat to usher in that blueprint, and trial runs, etc., so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So they're not going to be able to fully implement their NWO, if you know what the initials of that stand for, right? So what? He disappointed. So basically he frustrate, to break, violate, to frustrate, make ineffectual, to be frustrated, broken, and and this is why everything's being destroyed intentionally. The society collapsing from the inside out is being done intentionally, right? So the people could only resort to one source. This is why even the middle class is being destroyed. So it could be the rich and the poor strictly. So I tell you that because of all, both small and great, rich and poor. There's no in between to that for a reason. So people are being frustrated, and they're gonna be more frustrated, especially when they mandate. You know what? It says of the crafty, so that Salaki, what it say? He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So they're not gonna perform what they desire. They're not gonna accomplish their agenda, right? So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out. And that also leads to what? Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1, with these restrictions and unjust laws, that they're implementing by the bills they're passing. So that way, businesses and governors can't sue, because once they crack down and they try to be sued, like, different companies had tried to, they'll be justified. How? By the bills that's been passed on. And just like with the whole, even with the shootings, problem, reaction, solution, they cause that so they can have a reason to sign the bill and be justified, so when they come and take people's armory away, you see? So we're not like, hey man, Paul said we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. This is what you gotta watch and pray and filter out these events through the scriptures. With that, shalom.